this is a orchestrated hit against Drake. Let me explain. From the beef that Kendrick won, you get 5 Grammys, the Super Bowl performance. What I'm trying to say is, I think someone went to Kendrick to start this beef and eliminate Drake. It started with like that. Someone from the higher ups went to Kendrick and told Kendrick, we are getting Drake out the paint, in so many words, and we need you to be the leader of this march. Kendrick, of course, obliged, and you get the diss record. Now, initially, we remember J. Cole was a part of the battle, but J. Cole says someone came to him and told him to step out of it. Now, why would someone come to a rapper during rap battle time and tell that rapper to step out of this battle? Let Kendrick and Drake go at it. Why would someone do that? Let's not forget the in-betweens. When Like That dropped, the first thing we see is people who we thought were fam of Drake switching sides. We see Rick Ross bumping Like That. Not only Like That, the verse where he's dissing Drake. He's on Kendrick's part. You see Travis Scott at his concert. Hey, play the he asked the DJ to play it. You hear Like That come up. You just start seeing people that were once on side, now all of a sudden switching sides. Drake, I don't know if he knew this day was coming, because he has rapped about, the higher ups, thinking I'm doing too much and they coming for me, right? He has rap those kind of bars. But in my opinion, Drake really felt he could take on the entire rap industry. He really did. Now, one thing I remember is after Not Like Us drops, I remember a post going up. Family, this was May 6th. This was the day after Not Like Us dropped. Rolling Stones, the results are in. Kendrick Lamar won the Great Rap War. Now, again, Kendrick did win the rap battle, but at that time, the battle wasn't really over. We didn't know what was about to happen. Then you get the Rolling Stones creating this narrative. I'm gonna tell you where Drake lost at too. Drake has made a lot of enemies on his way to where he's at, but those enemies all have something in common: hidden agendas. Who are 2 of Drake's biggest enemies that fared him the worst or were part of the demise of Drake? We're gonna start with this guy, Charlemagne the God. This is a guy who's actually hated Drake pretty much his entire career, but Drake was winning so much, he literally quoted, "It just looked lame to hate at some point." Kind of just backed off of it, right? Now, this is after back-to-back. He was doing 4 nights in New York. This was the last show, and Charlemagne pops out. You see these guys smiling and enjoying with the big bottles of Ace of Spades, right? So at one time, they had a decent relationship, right? But let it be known, Charlemagne always hated Drake. Always. Day one hated Drake. The other one, Ebro in the Morning. Specifically Ebro though. What do these guys have in common? They're both radio hosts and they both want Drake on the show. That's bottom line. Now, Charlemagne, maybe not so much, but you can believe if Drake was coming on the show and playing that industry game, getting real close to the radio host, then Drake would have a different, Charlemagne, in my opinion, would have had a different perspective on Drake from the beginning, right? But Ebro is more of the type of, you don't do my show, you ain't doing nothing for me, F you. That's pretty much how he give it up. And if you do my show, don't go do Breakfast Club. Like, Ebro is that type of hater. He don't even want you to go do the other people's show, right? He don't care about your career. He cares about the ratings for his show and having the best look, right? Cool. These 2 guys, we ain't even got to the king of these guys though. Now, all these guys, you got to remember, all these guys hold heavy voices in the culture. Heavy voices in the culture. Joe Budden. At one time, Joe Budden and Drake were supposedly cool, but you know what? That was fake from the beginning. Maybe not so much from Drake's perspective though. Joe is a very jaded person. All these guys hold major voices when it comes to the culture. So you got the moment that someone orchestrated to go at Drake, and now you got three guys who hold very much powerful voices in the culture adding to the demise. We get the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl show. This is when I knew it was all the way done for Drake. Kendrick Lamar did this Drake at the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, the Super Bowl is bigger than Drake. This is not about dissing Drake at this moment. This moment is about putting on the best halftime performance you can with the best medley of music you can. We all know. We were all waiting to hear Not Like Us. We were waiting to hear it so much, they teased it. He starts the Super Bowl with a freestyle that no one even knows at the Super Bowl. He gives us tracks from an album that's 2-3 months old, no one knows. And if you go on the internet, Kendrick fans will tell you, well, this is innovative. He's doing something different. Just because it ain't been done before don't mean it can't be done. When we're talking about the Super Bowl performance, this is not the place to get off your fresh feature, your fresh brand new single. This is not you. This is not that. This is a place where you go to put on a show that can compete with the other halftime shows of the past. Now, some of you gonna say, well, the numbers say Kendrick Lamar got the best halftime show of all time. I don't believe those numbers. I'm gonna tell you that now. All this shit is skewed. They're now saying, matter of fact, let's do this. I'm gonna show y'all the type of programming that's going on, and people, if you don't step outside for a second and look in at what's going on, you're just too lost in the sauce. Look at this. Ranking the best Super Bowl halftime shows. Prince is number 1. Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar is number 2. U2 is number 3. Kendrick Lamar is number 4. They got Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance. Just stay with me. It's better than Rihanna's, Madonna, Nicki Minaj, Shakira, Bad Bunny, Jennifer Lopez, Bruno Mars, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. At 6, Michael Jackson. Nigga, they got Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance better than Beyonce and Michael Jackson's. What the is going on? Who is orchestrating this type of nonsense? This is so much bigger than just Kendrick. Kendrick said one thing that hits all the way different. I will say this. The first diss song aimed directly at Drake from Kendrick was Euphoria. And the first line he says was, those superpowers getting neutralized, I can only watch in silence. Kendrick is powerful enough lyrically to take Drake out, but Kendrick knew it was going to be more to come. Now, we can speculate all day of the reason why this hit came. We can say it was because of Drake renegotiating, which I personally think it is. I think it was because of Drake's renegotiation, him wanting too much, the label felt, him being too powerful, and the label needing a way to knock him back down. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But what is not my opinion, what is a fact, is that this is an orchestrated hit against Drake. That's a fact. This is a orchestrated hit against Drake. It is bigger than just a battle. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Just imagine how Drake feel after boosting so many artists' careers with his features. Sickening. Those same motherfuckers ain't got shit to say positive about this dude. That's weak as fuck to me. If I was Drake, nobody could ever get another feature from me. I agree.